So, do you like being on camera? Hmm? Hey, good morning, everybody. It looks like we are live again, and actually, it's not morning anymore. This is our evening broadcast. Going to be talking about winning your freedom through online marketing. One thing that I love about home based business is that, I don't have to separate my home life from my office life. My office is in my home. My office is actually any place I want to make it at, really. And so, yeah, if I want to make a video and grab one of our cats, this is Mama Meow here. She's not really showing her face. I kind of woke her up a little bit. This is her nap time. But yeah, you want to show your face, Mama? Huh? Not really. She doesn't want to really look there yet. We'll let her come around at her own steam, but we've had her about 20 years. She is old. She is kind of slow. I didn't mean to say you're old, but you are kind of older. I think she took offense at that. But yeah, she's at that point in life. She just wants to eat, sleep, and cuddle. And that's what she wants. Those are her goals in life. And so, yeah, if I want to just grab a cat and make a video, talk about home based business, I can do that. I've got total freedom. When I was working for Walmart, I couldn't just grab a cat anytime I wanted to and unload a truck because just couldn't be done. They wanted me to use both hands unloading those trucks, not having one hand cuddle a cat and having the other hand doing work. And even when I was a church minister, oh God, this was a long time ago. I did a 6-year stint as senior pastor for a rural Christian church. And we had some people in that congregation did not want animals of any kind in the church building. Of course, my wife and I were animal lovers. We like dogs, we like cats, we like birds. And, we had a big ruckus once when one of our church people, she lost her husband. And so she bought a dog, a cute little puppy. And it was like her emotional support puppy. And this one lady, she was in her 80s. She lost her husband and she went to sing with the church choir. She brought her puppy in to sing with her. And a lot of people were very happy, very cool about that. But we had some old traditionalists that just said, the church is no place for dogs. Pastor, get that dog out of the church. And it's like, people, have you not heard of St. Francis of Assisi? I mean, one of my favorite, Christian saints, St. Francis of Assisi. But not everybody is on that wavelength, but we are. We're on that wavelength. So I mean, you really working for other people, whether you're working for Walmart or a church or any other kind of business or organization, you don't have the liberty, the freedom to really live your own life your way. You've got to conform to the corporate norms. You got to conform to the church norms. You got to convert to other people's norms. And sometimes, I mean, that can be a bit stifling. And it's good to have your own freedom to be you, to be able to earn a living being yourself and just doing things pretty much your own way, not totally your own way. Yeah, you do have to kind of learn and grow. And to learn and grow, you have to follow coaching from other people, have to follow mentoring from other people who are more experienced than you are. But once you learn how to do that stuff, yeah, you can kind of put your own spin on it and do things your own way and really have fun. Have fun being yourself on social media and pitching your products, whatever they may be. And part of my mojo here is we have like a cat of the day, pretty much. We got 3 cats. This is Mama Meow here. And right now she said she wanted to be on camera. So I'm just going to let her be on camera with me. She's sleeping in my arms right now. But yeah, with online marketing, being your own boss in your own home-based business, you have the freedom to do that. But I didn't always have that freedom. I spent most of my adult life working for other people, adapting to their norms and just doing things their way. And I was pretty good at it. But I just came to a point in my life I could no longer do that. I needed more freedom, and I needed to build my own business to attain that freedom. And what really did it for me, my decision point as to whether or not I should continue to work for somebody else or build my own business and work from home, that came to for me, it was, about 13, 14 years ago when my mom came down with Alzheimer's disease, and we lived right across the street from them at that time, and my dad had already been diagnosed with vascular dementia, so we had a double whammy. Dad, not so bad off really with vascular dementia. His memory was slipping, he couldn't focus, and I mean, yeah, he was making some mistakes that he never used to make. And yeah, he needed somebody to kind of care for him and look after him. And then mom with just full blown Alzheimer's disease, where she would just began to revert back to being a 7-year-old child, 7-year-old girl who thought she was growing up in British Columbia, Canada, and actually, she was a 90-some-year-old lady living in Wheatland, Missouri, and dad could not accept her losing her mind like that, and I say that lovingly because it's what Alzheimer's disease does to you. That's a little bit about what vascular dementia does to you. It robs you of your own mind and robs you of your personality, and it's like dad found that very hard to accept. You accepted it pretty good though, didn't you? You were around at that time. And of course, mom didn't know any better. She was living in her own little world. She thought she was living in Canada, and she thought she was 7 and that my dad was actually her father. And dad could not accept that at all. So they needed somebody to look after them, care for them in their own home, and to kind of referee, kind of keep things moving on an even keel, to kind of keep things light and happy and joyful, even when, mom and dad were getting ready to explode at one another because of their mental diseases, dementia and Alzheimer's disease. And it's a difficult thing to deal with, as a family member. And I imagine it's even harder to go through as the sufferer yourself. And so at that time, I was working for Walmart. I was driving 120 miles a day going to a what was essentially pretty much a minimum wage job anyway. Was not making that much money at it. And in order to get gas money to really get into my main job, I had to do a little bit of hustling on the side, mowing lawns for other people. So that's how I got started in my own home-based business. Is that I already had it started because I needed gas money to get to work to my so-called real job. Can't do air quotes with both hands because one's busy here with Mama Meow. But yeah, my so-called real job was not paying me enough to even get the gas money to go into work. So I created another job for myself, started doing lawn care for folks in my home community. And yeah, I was making a little bit of money at that. And I finally got to the point where I began to think, if I really hustled, if I really put a little bit more creativity and a little bit more work into this home business, I can let this other joke of a job go and just spend my time at home taking care of things and the people that matter to me. And when we got to the point where mom was starting to go full blown Alzheimer's, And I could see that there's no way that I could leave them alone for, God, 12 hours a day while I was on the road, doing this, that, and the other thing. I began to think, okay, what do we have to do to make our home based business profitable so that more profitable, so that I have the freedom to take care of my family that is really getting to the point where they need somebody to become a full time caretaker and a full time caregiver. And for me, home based business did that. And from home based business, where I was creating a service for people in my rural community, doing lawn care, doing odd jobs around their homes, and I'd pick people that were just a mile or two away, where I wouldn't really have to travel that far, where I could go over there, spend an hour, do the work, get paid, come back home, take care of mom and dad. I began to think of how can I just earn a living 100% from home, where I can just do online marketing, do some coaching over the phone, do something where I can work just wherever I have a desktop computer, a laptop computer, or a little phone, a little smartphone. And got into online marketing, got into affiliate marketing, got into network marketing. And you know what? I'm finding a lot of freedom in online marketing. It's like we had something in our company that if you want to check out our company, just check out that link that's scrolling down below. But we have a business academy that I am a part of. I am learning from it, learning a lot. But in our company, we had something that was called Freedom Fest. It's where a lot of people that are working in online marketing and enjoying their own personal freedom or working towards their own personal freedom, they get together once a year with this big convention. And our two key leaders in this business opportunity, they were speaking at the convention and they were enjoying it. And they were enjoying it so much that they decided, they weren't going to rush right back home. They were going to take an extra day of travel just to kind of chill out, see the sights, bathe in the afterglow of this big convention called Freedom Fest. And I mean, they had the freedom to be able to do that because they didn't have to rush off to go to an office. They don't have office jobs. They have home office jobs. It's like me. This is my home office right here. What you're seeing right now is my home office. My kitty cat here decided she wants to be put down here. She's getting a little fussy. Okay. But yeah, this is my home office when I'm away. If I want to go into the backyard, if I want to go around the block, if I want to go anywhere at all, I've got this thing right here. This is my virtual office. Anywhere I have an internet connection, anywhere I have a phone connection, I got my office. So I got total freedom, total flexibility. And it's great. I don't have to rush off to, go to a so-called real world job. I can pay the bills just doing my own thing in my home office or in my virtual office. And it's pretty neat. It took me a few years to get up to this point where we could earn our living, my wife and I, 100% from home. But once we learned how to do it, once we began to develop it, and now that I'm learning how to do it better and better and better with each passing day, week, month, and year, it's just giving me a lot of freedom. And this is a freedom that I've dreamed about for years, but never actually had because I was too busy working for somebody else. And it took me that experience of having my mom and dad coming down with Alzheimer's disease and vascular dementia and needing somebody to take care of them, where I finally decided, okay, it's time to step up to the plate and just risk it, risk being a home-based business person and getting my own home-based business going. And I already had it going part-time when my mom and dad started going through their issues. They're both gone now. We lost them a few years ago. But, I mean, we already had that part-time business going before they came down big time with their diseases. And then once that happened, I had a basis to build on, to build a full-time home-based business and to really get going big time. And we've been working and building ever since. And I'm still building, still learning, still building. And this is part of the freedom that online marketing gives you. It's part of the freedom that really home-based business of any kind can provide. Maybe online marketing isn't really your thing. Maybe you want to be doing like pet sitting, house cleaning, providing some other service to people in your community. And you can certainly do that from your own home. But what I found is that, when the weather's really bad outside, when it's raining cats and dogs and starting to drop a little bit below freezing, when you got those snowflakes coming, when you got a blizzard coming, it's kind of nice be able to earn a living sitting at home, sitting in front of your computer and making videos, doing social media posts, talking to people, and making sales and getting money coming in that way. And that's one thing I love about our business academy that I'm a part of. And you can find it at ralphshomebiz.com. But they teach you how to do it, how to get started. They give you some basic tools, some basic lessons, some basic training that you can grow with right from the start. And then if you want to get a little bit more advanced and go to higher levels in the company, you can certainly do that. We got two basic levels you can join at. The funnel builder level, $25 a month, and then we got the premium level, which is $125 a month. And at the funnel builder level, you got some good training that can get almost anybody started. And I'm learning just at that level alone. And then the premium level is a whole lot better. And I mean, man, they've got training there that probably take me a few years to actually go through and learn from and grow with. But we got all that in this business academy. So if you want to check that out for yourself, go to that link you see scrolling down below, ralphshomebiz.com, and check it out. See if it works for you. But I mean, this is one way that I have found that I am using, not only just to win my personal time freedom, but to earn my own economic freedom. I mean, I have 100% confidence now that using this training and applying this training, I can build my income up to any level. I'm learning from seven-figure earners right now, and I've set my own personal goal that by Christmas of 2024, a little bit over a year from now, I want to have total economic freedom to become a seven-figure earner by Christmas of 2024. That's going to be my Christmas gift to me, my wife, my household here, my cats, is to become a millionaire by Christmas of 2024. A few years ago, I didn't think any of this was possible. I would laugh when somebody said, I want to become a millionaire and I want to do it by this date. I would kind of laugh and think, yeah, like that's ever going to happen. And then I started networking with this group, started talking with people and learning from people that started out really in worse condition than I was ever in, and how they made it to that $1 million a year earning level. And I've even seen 8-figure earners that came up from nothing that are now 8-figure earners, not just 7-figure earners, but 8-figure earners. No guarantee of income here, because results are not typical in this or any other program. You know, it doesn't really matter how much training you have. Doesn't really matter how great the material is. What really matters is whether or not you apply it, whether or not you use it, whether or not you are trainable, coachable, and teachable. And myself, I have been a thick-headed, shall I say idiot? I don't want to get down on myself, but yeah, I have been kind of a thick-headed idiot throughout a lot of my life. Totally bullheaded, thinking I knew it all, thinking I wanted to do my own thing, thinking, yeah, I want to do it my way, and just not being coachable, not being trainable. And it's kind of funny, but that's a part of winning your freedom, is having that ability to be coachable, to be trainable, be able to listen to other people who know a little bit more about things than you, and have the humility to learn from them. And then after you've learned from them, have the freedom to begin to redo things, maybe add your own personal touch to it, do it your own way, but after you've learned how to do it the right way from somebody else. Some people just want to skip over that step. They want to do it their way, and that's it. Well, if your way involves doing something you know absolutely nothing about, you have no skills, no one helping you, no one teaching you that you are willing to learn from, and you just want to do it 100% your own way, then you're not going to succeed. You're going to fail. But if you have the humility to be able to set your ego aside for a time, become a student, learn from somebody else that knows how to do it better, and then practice doing it while you're learning it. Not just taking a few years of your life learning, but actually learning and doing, learning and doing, learning and doing. Let that be a constant process. Then you've got a chance to really grow to whatever level you would like to set for yourself. So yeah, no guarantee of income with this program, but I see in it the value that, I can take this training, learn from it, apply it to my own life, and become a 7-figure earner by such and such a date. And I've set that date, and that's my own personal goal. Become a millionaire by Christmas of 2024 using this resource right down here and a few other resources too. I've been networking, been building, been talking with people, and they have helped me build up my level of self-confidence to where I now realize all things are possible. The only limits are in the mind and in your imagination. That's Napoleon Hill. And yeah, I have been in the past very limited in my mindset, and that has held me back. But now I've conditioned my mindset, I've opened it up, and I'm seeing a whole new world of potential freedom out there. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes to just grab it. So yeah, that's my goal. But yeah, I've already won a large part of personal freedom just through home-based business, and I'm learning to become more free through online marketing. And I want to become radically more free, within 1 year. And, if you'd like to check this out, see if this appeals to you. I mean, it's not for everybody. Being an entrepreneur, it has its privileges, it has its pleasures, also has a boatload of personal responsibilities. Not everybody is up to accepting that level of responsibility. But if you think this might be right for you, then yeah, check out that link below and see what you think. Maybe this resource might be helpful to you. I know it's been helpful to me. So that's it for now. Winning your freedom through online marketing. If you need to have some personal freedom, maybe to take care of your parents, maybe to take better care of your children. A lot of people out there. It's hard trying to work a job and you have a young child that depends on you. You can't always find good babysitters. And when you can find a good babysitter, Sometimes you need a second job just to pay the babysitter. I mean, been there, done that in my family life. And I mean, yeah, I know it's hard. But once you learn how to do a home-based business from home, you learn how to make it pay and you stick with it and you start doing it right. It's a whole other level of freedom there where you can take care of the things and the people that matter to you. Just have total freedom to do it. And it's beautiful, but it takes time to learn. So, if you want to set that as your own personal goal, check out my link, give me a shout out, send me an email, contact me through, whatever social media outlet you're seeing this video on. And I would love to talk with you, share a little bit about my backstory and, where I've been and where I'm at now and where I want to go. So, yeah, would love to hear from you. And in the comments down below, are you working from home? Is working from home something that you would like to investigate? Tell me why or why not, because clearly this isn't for everybody. But for those of us who have gotten into it, there's a lot of privileges in this kind of life. Privileges I never had before. And it just opens up a whole new way to live. And I love it. So yeah, let me know. Also, give this a like, share, subscribe, and we'll talk to you later. This is Ralph signing out. Thanks for dropping by. I think I need to go take care of a cat and give her some milk. So until later, bye-bye and best of luck in whatever you do, and have a great Thanksgiving coming up here in a couple of days. God bless.